शङ्कर हर हर शङ्कर जय जय शङ्कर हर हर शङ्कर।
ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ। अपार करुणा सिन्धुं ज्ञानदं शान्तरूपिणं श्रीचन्द्रशेखर गुरुं प्रणमामि मुदान्वहम्। श्री गुरुचरणारविन्दाभ्यां नमः। Voice of God, Deivathin Kural, first volume, chapter 3, Religion, and today's topic is the use of religion or the role of religion. Religion is the means to achieve the four purusharthas, that is, worthwhile objectives of life, namely dharma, artha, kama, and moksha. In Tamil, dharmam is called aram, artham is called purul, kamam and moksham are respectively inbam and veedu. The word purushartham has it in the word artham. In the four objectives mentioned above, there is the word artham next to dharma. Arthatil means to desire to have. The word purushan, that is those born as humans, whatever they desire to have or the purushartham. What does man want to have? Since in the unevolved state in which we are, usually we desire to have money and other things of life. This has come to mean artham. We call economics as arthashastra, but our Acharya in his Bhajagovindam has declared that this artham is only really anartham, that is calamity. Because this artham, by giving us a purely temporary satisfaction and a fleeting happiness, takes away the most satisfying and the permanent moksha, he described it this way. The fact is that man thinks that he should always remain happy, free from all wants. Happiness is of two kinds. One is that which lasts for a brief time, the other is that which never shrinks. That which gives brief happiness is inbam or kama. The word kama denotes all kinds of worldly desires. The happiness which does not disappear after a brief appearance, but having come once remains permanently, is moksha or veedu. Because the glory of that great bliss is not known to men, they desire kama, which is small pleasure. Therefore, what we should really desire to attain is moksha. In practice, we desire for the third, that is the kama. We get pleasure by eating a feast. That is a kind of happiness. If someone is a judge of the high court, that is also a kind of happiness. When we receive a welcome address, that is also a happiness. That is kama. These pleasures are not permanent. That with which we earn these little pleasures is artham. That can be in the form of grains or money or house or even people. Artham is the means to kama. We enjoy this pleasure for a short while and exhaust it. The agitation starts in the mind to have the pleasure again. The state of great bliss in which nothing more is desired is moksham. We wander all over and subject ourselves to difficulties, but our house is where we have to reach. A person is in jail. When he comes out of it, he goes back home. The very term veedu in Tamil is vidudalai, that is release. We are presently in the jail of flesh and bones. We are thinking that we are this body. That is not correct. The body is our jail. The real house is blissful moksha only. We have to come out of the jail and start living in our own house. The Lord has jailed us in this body as a punishment for the offense of committing sinful acts. If we engage ourselves in virtuous deeds, He would condone and release us from the jail. We shall not commit more sins even while being in the jail and get the punishment period enhanced. We should try to get released and merge with the Lord, which is our own house. That house is limitless bliss that does not get reduced by time, place, and things. Lastly, I now speak on dharma, which is the first of the purusharthas. Whatever action results in good is dharma. In Tamil, aram saya virumbu, that is, desire to do dharma is first of the moral aphorisms. Although what results in good is dharma, generally dharma is used in the sense of giving. The beggars, when they ask for alms, say, please do dharma. They also call the housewife dharma mata. We usually talk of dana dharma. In Tamil, charitable endowments are described with the word aram. When we look at this, to give and what belong to us, the artham to someone else is dharma. But how will we get the means to give to others if only we had, in the previous birth, given our artham to others by way of dharma? In the next birth, it will come back to us with added interest. Just as artham is the means to kamam, dharmam is the means to artham. Not just giving, whatever kind of dharma is done, that is, whatever good is done to others, we will get artham. If we dedicate our dharma to the Lord without expectation of fruits in the thought, I do not want to be rewarded for this dharma of mine by artham, let the Lord reward me in the way He thinks. The impurities of our mind will go and we will attain great bliss. Dharmam, which gives the reward of artham, will then become the means to moksha, which gives the Lord Himself. Thus, when dharma is done as a means to artham, and with that to kamam, but with detachment and without desire for fruits, it becomes the means to moksha. When we do dharmam, we get artham in return. With that artham, again we can do dharmam, that is charity. Now, artham is a useful means to do dharmam. It is only kamam that does not give satisfaction by itself and is not a means either to other things. Just as water poured over very hot sand dries up immediately, kamam not giving satisfaction by itself, nor is a means to some other thing, destroy dharmic thoughts, artham, moksha, and everything and itself perishes. Yet, if we want to give up this kamam now itself, that is also not found possible. Religion helps to control it bit by bit and then takes us step by step from the small pleasures to great bliss. Religion at the outset tells us this is dharma. Then it tells us the fair means by which to earn artham in order to do dharma. Then it says what kind of kamam we can have with the artham till we have evolved. All this it has laid down in a methodical way and finally shows the way to discard the little pleasures and attain the permanent bliss, which is moksha. The soul getting released from bondage and remaining in complete freedom and always in a state of bliss is moksha. The purpose of religion is to enable us to attain it. It is absolutely clear that people do not have permanent happiness. Religions have come up only to reach them to such permanent happiness. This state of permanent happiness is moksha. It is only when the search for petty pleasures obtained by sense organs is discarded, permanent happiness can be obtained. It is for discarding the sensual pleasures and to organize social life in a manner conducive to this attainment of permanent happiness, rules of dharma are necessary. Religion, whose ideal is moksha, has to establish these dharma. It is for this reason that great men have understood dharma itself as religion. We, who have taken this human form due to some maya, power, desire to have artham and small pleasures. What we desire to have is artham. Although in truth artham and kamam are not necessary for our complete good, our saints looking to human nature have included these also in the purushartham. If in the beginning itself we make the awareness of dharma as the basis for all actions, then even artham and kamam too will be kept under check without their spoiling us completely. It is for this reason that they have described dharmam as the first of the four purusharthams. Just as we desire to have artham and kamam, we should also have desire for dharma. Then that will remove the poisonous fangs of artham and kamam. Ultimately, it will reach us to moksham, which we should desire to attain. Voice of God will continue. Pradosha Shankara, Pratyaksha Shankara. Mahaperiyava potri, Yennattavakkum Iraiva potri, Sarvajna Sarvavyapi Periyava Sharanam, மாயப் பிறப்பருக்கும் மகாபெரியவாடி போற்றி.